Okay. Is that good? Yeah. Okay. Welcome to this NORML ISU event. Thanks for coming out. I know that we might have some weather expected later. Steve Lucan can actually not be with us here tonight because of the weather forecast. So, sorry if that is a downer for you. My name is Erin Curley. I'm the president of NORML ISU.
My name is John Ellis. I'm the vice president of NORML ISU. And the first thing I'd like to do is ask you all to take a moment and look around. You're sitting in a room full of game changers. There's a couple special people here that I would like to give a big shout out. And two of them are, first of all, Colby Fangman, our graduate student advisor, and Dr. Eric Cooper, our club advisor. We also have two very important organizations here from Iowa State campus. One is the Iowa State University Young Democrats, and also the Young Americans for Liberty. I want to thank them both for bringing their members and their attendance here today. But the support for that cause doesn't just stop there. We have support from across the state of Iowa, including Legalize Iowa, and universities across Iowa, including Grinnell College's Students Lobbying Against Prohibition, or SLAP.
If you think this event is awesome, we have a lot of ways you can get involved with the organization. You can request to join if you haven't already joined by going to Iowa State's website and searching marijuana law reform or NORML ISU and requesting to join. Like the Facebook page, facebook.com/NORMLISU if you haven't already. And follow the Twitter feed. We just got that set up. Great things coming from that. So getting on with it. Yeah. Kind of how things are going to go tonight, between speakers. We're going to have a brief statement by some other student leaders on campus. And this is all going to be followed by a question and answer panel for the speakers. So start thinking of your questions as they're speaking, and you can come up and have at it. And then we're going to close the formal events. So if you have a lot of homework tonight, if you need to leave after that, you can go ahead, but we are still going to have a mini speech competition where you have the opportunity to win a free t-shirt. And we also have some musical performances, so it'll be pretty cool if you want to stay and see that.
The first speaker I would like to introduce to you today has been fighting for marijuana law reform since before some of us here were even born. This man is a web designer at Drake University, and on top of that, he has been a leader in petitioning the Iowa Board of Pharmacy to reclassify marijuana from a Class 1 to Class 2 drug. Please give it up for Carl Olsen.
Well, I'd like to go through a little history of law here in Iowa. We got a controlled substance
in Iowa that I think is a positive step forward. Approximately, about 5 years ago, I believe, a paper will come out on how a particular bill, medical marijuana or whatever bill comes up, is affecting minorities in the state of Iowa. It's a bill in law now that is used quite a bit in how we look at the laws, and it's done quite a bit to change, not a lot, but several laws that we've introduced that have been changed because of that. So we've talked about it here in Iowa.
My question is for Dr. Goldman. It refers to a with alcohol is not just how quickly it's going to be absorbed, but how quickly it's metabolized. And it varies greatly from person to person, and actually from gender to gender. Women in particular are very slow metabolizers of alcohol. It doesn't seem to be the case with marijuana. So it's a ludicrous statement. Medically, there's no basis for that. The only other thing I bring up, hasn't been brought up, is the issue of marijuana as a gateway drug. Both the Institute of Medicine, the RAND Corporation, have looked at that issue, and there's no consensus among any of the studies to prove that to be the case. The problem is that a lot of people who smoke marijuana also drink alcohol and smoke cigarettes, so it's hard to parse out which is the gateway drug. Also, there's really no evidence that that's true. So, that's usually the other big argument, why it should be, legalized and distributed in a regulated manner. As somebody once said, if marijuana is a gateway drug, alcohol is a destination drug. And that's actually much worse.
Thank you, Doctor. Thank you all.
They are neurotransmitters, and they're made to penetrate the blood-brain barrier. That's the whole point. So the endocannabinoids probably are, also released by activity in the...
I encourage you guys to have a good content to your speech, that you would be willing to stand up and share from a larger group than that. To give you guys a solid example of what we'd like to see, I'd like to invite our graduate student advisor, Mr. Colby Fagan.
Hey everybody, glad to see some people stick around, that's great. All of you guys should be really excited. I was really glad I signed on as graduate advisor, and we've seen a lot of good things out of the young leadership of this club already. So be excited for the rest of the semester. As Sam said, my name is Goldman. I am up here to speak on behalf of veterans. As a veteran, that's why I'm in my uniform. It just makes sense. I'm here not to tell a story of my own, but a story of many that have been battle-hardened through over a decade of overseas conflicts. The Iraq and Afghanistan conflicts have produced over 2.4 million war veterans, and the Department of Veteran Affairs estimates that 1 in 5 will develop PTSD from their experiences. In 2010, the VA reported that they treated over 500,000 veterans from a conflict that is now approaching 50 years of age, the Vietnam War. So what does that say about the future lives of today's PTSD victims? I believe it says that we need to give them some attention. Our elected leaders, many of our elected leaders wildly underestimate the human costs of our military actions in the present and the future. Those that loyally risk their mind, body, and spirit for our country deserve better, and I know we can give them better. Anecdotal evidence has shown time and time again that medical marijuana can be an effective supplement in treating PTSD, a multidimensional disease. In this age, science must precede policy, but as some of the other speakers have already mentioned, that's really hard to do when federal policy stands in the way of research. 3 years ago, the Iowa Pharmacy Board voted unanimously to recommend that marijuana be moved from Schedule 1 to Schedule 2 substance. And just 2 weeks ago, a poll in the Des Moines Register reported that a large majority of Iowans still support medical marijuana reform. That's 58% currently. We, the public, are ahead of most of those that represent us on this issue, and I say it's high time we close the representation gap. Contact your legislators, your Congress, etc. Join us here. That's it.
Thank you, Colby. On that note, can I get 10 volunteers to come speak to why you believe that this cause is righteous? I mean, with the first hands I saw over here, these 3, 2 there, 1 there, 1 there. How many are there? Yeah, I'm trying to get you right. 1 there? Yeah. That one in the back? If you guys can just form a line. What do we have? Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So small. Anyone? Wonderful. Well then, one by one, if you guys would take the time to step up to the mic, introduce yourself, and explain to us why you believe this cause is righteous.
about it, it's only been that way for a short period of time. Like, oh, this is gonna make you lazy, this is gonna make you, you know, not do this, which you're supposed to be doing. When it really, it's gonna help you achieve that in a way that they can't even imagine.
Sleep a lot, drink a lot of water. I refused to take pills because I hated them. I didn't know what they actually did to me. So time went by and it kind of got better for a little bit, and then it says I don't want to be paying thousands of dollars down the line if I have to get more treatment for indescribable pain in my legs when I can just get a natural plant to do the exact same effect as a $120 bottle of pain medications, and I know how it's going to affect me.
Hey, my name is Logan Edwards. I'm a former Marine and an Iraq War veteran, as well as a co-founder and president of a newly formed 501c4 state of Iowa, whose the main purpose of that is to end cannabis prohibition here in Iowa. And I just wanted to say I thank ISU for putting this on. This is really great to get a bunch of people here together. And unlike Stephen Lincoln, who canceled, we drove all the way from Davenport, literally looked out the window of my house today and saw the Mississippi River. So I don't think you can get any more East Iowa than that. And came up here, drove 3 hours and got here. On that drive, I came up with this little speech on why it's righteous to try to keep it within minutes, or within a minute, because I could go up here all day and tell you why it's righteous. So, without further ado, here we go. Why is this cause righteous? Because my generation and the people of America have been lied to and misinformed about the benefits of cannabis, both medically and industrially. We have been fed lies and promised change that real change is ending senseless failed prohibition on a plant that could potentially benefit people and the economy. Iowa has the great potential to once again produce a crop that would provide natural, non-toxic, non-lethal, renewable, sustainable fuel, fiber, food, medicine, paper, plastic, and jobs. Iowa was encouraged once to grow industrial cannabis and hemp by the federal government in support of World War II, the Hemp for Victory campaign. That's it.
All right, great to see everybody here tonight. My name's Ray Lakers. I'm the organizer at Iowa Hemp Freedom Rally. It's the first Saturday of May every year. And it was started by a gentleman by the name of Dana Beal out of New York City. He's actually in prison in Nebraska right now. And it was handed to me to be promoted by Reverend Reefer Terry Mitchell. Rest in peace, he passed away last August. Now, what I'm going to bring at you is meth is death, pot is not. The law is wrong, not the bomb. Crack is whack, so is smack. Coke is a joke, smart people tote. Just say yes to cannabis.